How do you feel about getting the fruits together again, Beano?
Not a moment too soon, my old son.
History teaches us that men behave wisely once they've exhausted all other alternatives. For most rock bands, the pursuit of wisdom's a low priority compared to fame, fortune and fornication. Such a band was Strange Fruit.
Underneath the humour of Still Crazy, there is a point which is really about the sufferings of middle age, if you like, rock and rollers getting old, trying to have a second chance. There are a lot of interesting themes presented in a funny way.
Look at you! Oh, Lucy. Cuban heels. Look, he's been walking downhill since 1969. Hope you guys are still crazy or I'm out of here. Well, Huey was the roadie with the band when they were around the first time. He's now quite a big-time roadie. He's been out with Aerosmith and all that. Got a bit despondent, a bit disillusioned. So he's a cynic, but he's willing to have a go, hoping there might be a few drugs about, you know. Feast your eyes on this magnificent land yacht. Tinted windows, air conditioning, and twin portaloos. Not to mention an extensive library of pornography, courtesy of the psychedelic furs.
Hey, Huey! Aye? Pong's a bit in here, man. Think one of the furs is still in here?
I think he's, like most of them, lived a life that hasn't been as high profile or as exciting as his life as a rock star. So it's a nice little parable about encroaching middle age, really.
Whether they're, old, middle-aged gits, who are doing it for whatever reason they are, when they click, there's something about, their music that is pure, and it's good, and I think that's what the movie's about, really.
Ray is a nice man, but he's never recovered from the fact that he was once almost world famous, to the point where he does wear his sunglasses down the shops, even though no one remembers who he was. It's that serious with Ray.
Could you sign this, please?
Sure, man. Best wishes to who?
I need a signature for the pizzas.
Les is a miserable old so-and-so. I can't imagine why they cast me for that part. He never got over the fact that they wouldn't let him sing when they needed a singer. They wouldn't let Les, the bass player, sing. And he bears a grudge for Ray, the singer, quite rightly, in my opinion, because Ray's a bit of a schmuck, and he's far too showy.
Back in the 70s, she was their runner, their dog's body. She did everything from getting their women, their drugs, everything. And now she's got the chance to try and manage them.
Why's a nice wee girl like you putting herself through all this crap again? Revenge or something?
It's crap, what are you doing here?
I seem to have this irresistible urge to chronicle human folly.
Yeah, well, I still love their music. I want to stand in the dark and see an audience feel the way I do.
Panic-stricken.
There've always been films about aging, but now the baby boom generation, the rock and roll generation is truly aging. It's a terrible thing. Rock and roll is about never growing old, and yet those who've become devotees of rock and roll inevitably do grow old. So how do you deal with that?
Grumbling ulcer.
Torn cartridge.
Dutch curry.
They're not really bad characters, they're just sad, and they have all the inadequacies and failings that most people have, and they're doing their best to reconjure something that I'm not sure they knew how they did it the first time. And it's rather charming in a way to see them try and do that and see them either fail or succeed. And to learn which, you'll have to go to your local cinema or multiplex.